All right, so we are in 1-4 today. Again, my book doesn't have pages, but, oh, did I just find them? We may be on page 22. Okay, on page 22, you're going to see a chart, and it's going to have a plus, a minus, a times, and a divide. Okay, and then it's going to give you words like for plus, when we say plus, we can use the word add. It means to plus. We could use the word plus. Big news there. We could use some. We could use more than. We could use increased by. Now these are all up on the wall. So an algebraic expression would be like n plus 3. You could say the sum of n plus 3. You could say 3 more than n. Or you could say n increased by 3. All of those work, okay? For subtraction, I'm going to use a different color and be fun. We could have subtract. We could have minus. We could have difference. We could have less than. Ooh, that says less. We could have, there's so many, decreased by. We could have take away. I think you get the point. There's a lot of them. Okay. So if I were to show you, that says x minus 12. It says subtract 12 from a number. The difference of a number and 12. 12 less than a number, or 12 less than x. X decreased by 12. Okay. So there's some of those examples for you and how you would use that. Now we have multiply, another color because I'm special, times, product. We have multiplied by, only 3 for this one. So our example is 2m or 2 times m. This means multiply as well, okay? So they could say 2 times m, the product of 2 and m, or 2 multiplied by m, okay? And division is the last one, so we'll change that color one more time. And we have divided by. And we have, we're not going to use the word and because I don't want you to get confused. And we have quotient. And our example here that I'm going to tell you is a divided by 6 or a over 6. That also means a divided by 6. So again, we would say a divided by 6 or the quotient of a and 6. So now we're going to look at example 1 together. And example 1 is translating verbal expressions into algebraic expressions. Okay, so example 1a shows us this. Ooh, that's supposed to be an A. There we go. It says the product of 20 and t. The product of 20 and t. I want to find my math word. You can look up on the wall of the classroom to find your math word, but my math word is product, and product means to multiply. So that's what I'm doing is I'm multiplying 20 times t, so I can do 20 times t or 20t right together. The next one, 1b, we'll call it, says 24 less than a number. less than a number. Okay? So, less than means is our math words, and those are turnaround words. Less than means to turn around, okay? So that's going to be my turnaround sign. So I'm going to put the imaginary number first. We're going to replace that with a variable, so we're going to say it's x, okay? And I'm going to put 24 second. Less than also means to subtract. So since these are turnaround words, x goes first, minus 24, okay? All right, the next one, 1c. We have 4 times the sum of a number and 2. Okay, anytime you see the words the sum of, it means you're going to have parentheses directly after it. So that is going to be in parentheses, okay? Because times means to multiply, sum means to add. So you are multiplying 4 times the sum of a number and 2. So the way we write this out is 4, our parentheses mean to multiply. The sum of, sum tells us what and is replaced with. So we put x plus 2. Okay, so we're multiplying it by the parentheses, and the sum of, sum is the math word, and that is what we are replacing and with. The next one, 1D, says the sum of 4 times the sum of 4 times a number and 2. Okay, again, we have that, the sum of. Okay, so all of this is going to go in parentheses because we see our and right here. So we're going to replace our and with our math word, sum. Okay, so we're going to start our parentheses, and we're going to start with 4 times a number. And we can write that as 4x. That's saying 4 times x, 4 times a number, and 2. Our math word for and was sum, which is plus, so we go plus 2 in parentheses. We're just gonna, for 2a, write down the main part of the story problem. Jed reads P pages each day of a 200-page book. What we're trying to determine here is how many days will it take Jed to read the entire book, okay? So the way we do this is we take the total number of pages divided by the pages read each day. Okay. And the total number of pages is 200. And we know that he reads P pages per day. So pages read daily would be P, and that would be our answer. So then if we said he read 25 pages a day, we could put 25 in for P and do 200 divided by 25 and get, it would take him 8 days. Okay? 2B, my dog's snoring in the background if you can hear him. To rent a certain car for a day costs $84 plus 29 cents for every mile the car is driven. So $84 plus 29 cents per mile. That's a ripoff. Don't ever rent cars that you have to pay per the mile. Okay. Write an algebraic expression to show how much it costs to rent the car for a day. Now, it's going to cost you this $84 to rent that car for the day, whether you go anywhere or not, okay? So that is our constant because it's going to cost us that much money no matter what. Plus, we're going to have to pay 29 cents per mile, okay? We don't know how many miles we're going to go, so we're going to replace per mile with X, but we know it's 29 cents per mile, and per mile means we are going to multiply, okay? So it's going to cost us 29 cents per mile, so we're going to put X in parentheses, okay? Times X. You don't actually have to put X in parentheses, but you can if you want. So 29X, and what this says is $84 no matter what, plus 29 cents per mile. And if you went 100 miles in that car, you could replace X with 100 and then solve it out. So you would have 0.29 times 100, and then you would get 84 plus 29, and it would equal $113 for the day, okay? So if you drove that many miles a day. So this is our equation here that we would use. That would be oh so helpful. At this point, if you want to stop watching the video, because you're like, I got this, you can do that. However, if you would like to do some more problems, we are going to do some more problems. So, next one we're going to do is the following. 18 less than a number. Than a number. Okay? Remember what I said about this less than. Less than means to subtract, but less than is a turnaround word. So a number, we don't know, we're going to define it as X, is going to go first, then we're going to subtract 18 from it. Okay? The next one is the quotient of a number and 21. Okay, quotient means to divide, and you're going to write these right in order. A number, we don't know what number, so we're going to replace it with X. This quotient division goes in for and. Okay, so we have X divided by 21, or you could write it out as X over 21. Either way is good. Okay, let's look at another one. 8 times the sum of X and 15. Here we have that, the sum of again. Remember, that tells us parentheses directly after. Okay? It also tells us what the and is going to be doing. And in this case, the math word is sum. Sub means to add. Okay? So we're going to pull down the 8, and we know we're timesing. So we're going to start our parentheses. X plus 15. All right? Next one, 7 less than the product of a number and 5. So here we have the product of, okay, that means directly after we're going to have parentheses. The product means to multiply, and it's going to take the and spot, so we know we're multiplying a number and 5. Okay? Then we also have less than, which is turnaround words, but it means minus. So our number and 5 is going to go first because this less than tells us it's going to take the place of the 7, and the 7 is going to take the place of a number and. So a number and 5, we always write, we're multiplying 5 times a variable, we always write the number followed by the variable. Less than is minus 7. Okay? So, those are some more examples. I think we've done enough. And if you still have questions, you can always come and ask me. So, have a good night or day or whatever.